So the biggest IT company in India, TCS, has declared their quarter 2 results, which is from July to September 2021-2022. So in this video, we'll analyze those results, we'll understand what's working for them, and we'll also take a look at the future projections for the TCS stock. So if you take a look at this summary, the revenue on a year-on-year basis rose by 16.8% to 46,867 crores. The operating income and the profit also went up by 14.1% on a year-on-year basis. Now, if you try to analyze this, the performance has been extremely solid on the top line, which is the revenue, and on the bottom line as well, which is the profit. Now let us take a deeper look into what actually drives their business. Now if you take a look at this geographical sales mix to understand where all does TCS earn revenue from, you will see that 52% of TCS revenues comes from only America, 32% from Europe, 9% from Asia Pacific, 5% from India, and 2% from Middle East Asia. Now what does that tell you? The dependence on America and on Europe is much higher for TCS than the dependence on India, and that is after the fact that it's an Indian company. Also, when the post-COVID situation stabilizes in Europe and in America, which it has already started to, the revenue prospects of TCS are only going to improve. So that's again a very positive sign for TCS. Now let us take a look at the business verticals of TCS. From which all businesses does TCS make its revenue? Now the highest contributing business unit is the BFSI, which is banking, financial services and insurance, which contributes to 32% of its entire revenue. Retail contributes to 15%, healthcare 10%, manufacturing close to 10%, tech and services 8.8%, media contributes to 6.5%, and other markets contribute 17.4%. Now important fact that I'm trying to highlight here, all these business units have shown a double-digit growth in terms of the revenue as compared to the previous year. Now what does that tell you? TCS is not dependent on any one particular unit, because all the business units are reporting a double-digit growth, which means that there's strong demand coming from all the business sectors, and in the future that is likely to improve their overall revenue metrics. Now understand this, TCS is a service-based company, so it provides services to all its clients. So higher the number of clients for TCS, more will be the revenue that TCS is going to generate. Now if you take a look at this chart, that shows the clients that they have and the amount of revenue that they earn from those clients. The number of clients from which they earn $1 million or more has jumped by 62 to 1138 clients. Similarly, for $5 million, $10 million, $20 million, $50 million and $100 million clients, all of them have shown an uptick, and TCS has acquired more clients, which in turn is translating to a higher revenue for them. Now let us take a look at the future projections for the stock. Now the management is optimistic about the near future. Demand is going to go up as the COVID situation is stabilizing. In fact, they have plans to hire more than 35,000 people in the second half of 2021. That suggests there's strong demand in all the verticals that the management expects in the future. The only concern that the management has posed is a supply related issue, because of which margins might remain under pressure for the next couple of quarters. TCS historically has been a blue chip IT stock that has given massive return to its investors. And given the kind of scale at which it operates and given the kind of results that TCS has come up with, I am also bullish on this stock. And if you are already invested, you can stay invested in this stock for the long term. Alright, that's it from my end. Please subscribe to Finance Lens for more of such content, and I'll see you the next time.